He's working with the vines, damn it.
He could be.
Well, we stand here in a row, looking like a bunch of heroes. I know that deep inside, nothing more but a bunch of zeros. Yeah!
Welcome to Season 2, Episode 12 of Bards and Nobles, the D&D podcast where we drink beer with a straw while playing with our dice boxes. I'm Brian, the Dungeon Master, and tonight I'm joined by...
Aaron Williams. I'll be playing Baron von Beauregard the Sixth, the Human Ranger.
Blake Harrison. I'll be playing Kibei Takashigani, the Crabman Samurai.
Are you alright? Keep going.
Charles Nelson, and I will be playing Max Stormblade, the Human Paladin.
And they blurred your coochie bits.
You gotta blur his coochie bits.
My face hurts.
I'm Anthony Boyd, and I'll be playing...
That's what she said.
I'm Anthony Boyd, and I'll be playing Grit Scrundale, the half-drow rogue. Go on.
Trey O'Neill, I'll be playing Flint McShrimpton, the Druid Dwarf.
I'm Andrew Danon. I'll be playing the Warforged Gunsmith Artificer, Elon Musket.
Maybe.
My face hurts.
All right, who's going to be doing the recap for us this episode?
I'll be doing the recap. So,
Now that you're here,
yep, I'm here, and I paid attention to the last episode. All right. So the main group had brought some prisoners to this little camp town. They'd met up with Max and Flint, and a trial ensued where certain members of the group are pretty bloodthirsty and just want to murder somebody, have an excuse to kill somebody. And so bravely, a few of the members of the group have tried to defend them and defend the right to life. And somewhere in the middle of the trial, Grits just flat out stabs someone in the face. And that's where we'll start the episode.
And scene.
Yeah, Grit stabbed Rono in the face, so that's who you brought up, right? That's
Yep.
All right. At this point, the crowd is taken aback. People gasp, and immediately they start erupting into yelling back and forth. Some people are cheering, some people are arguing, some people are yelling at you guys, some they're yelling at each other. And
Well, let's carry this forward.
So we just start killing everybody. We've created a monster.
Let's finish describing the scene.
everybody, roll me initiative.
Oh,
God damn it.
Let's see. 25 through 20.
I have a 20.
I have a 23 with a natural 20.
Okay. Grits.
So you're
Max.
super first.
And then 20 through 15.
17.
Elon has 16.
Okay.
And 18.
All right. So
For
that's
Kibei.
Kibei, Baron, Elon, and that'll leave Flint
with a 9.
to bring up the end. We're not going to have to worry about nibbles on this one.
Okay.
Just trying to wrangle in the speaking and see who can get this crowd under control. Grits, you're up. You just stabbed him, and now everyone's up on their feet shouting.
He is dead,
yelling. Yeah, he dead. Dropped to the ground.
I sheathed my sword. I turned around to the crowd. And I was like, this man was a murderer, a thief, and he would have kept murdering, would have kept thieving. I did everyone a favor. You're welcome. If you want to do with the rest of them, I don't know them explicitly, but I knew this one, and he was rubbish. And I walk away.
Give me a charisma check.
Did you just say rubbish?
I said rubbish. Ooh, that's a 7.
7?
7. Not good.
All right.
I'm not rolling well tonight.
All right. Then, Max, what are you doing?
I'm just kind of like staying out of the way, just watching all of this happen.
Okay. And Kibei, what are you doing?
I'm going to just reiterate to the crowd that these bandits have been murdering and preying on their village specifically. They had set up their headquarters in between Hearthstead, and
Harstead. You're both wrong.
Hearthstead.
No, there's no TH. It's just
Harstead.
Harstead. H-A-R.
Hearthstead. Hearthstead.
This is not a Blizzard game.
Harstead.
Harsted.
I whip out my card deck.
Now we're going to cease and desist, and we have to shut down.
Wonderful. Shut up shop. Goodbye, everybody.
Bards Nobles doesn't.
Anyway, so they had set up their lair specifically in between their town and the next closest town, Blood Blossom, and were preying on the fact that they were people were leaving in droves to gain riches, and so really this trial should have ended earlier when they all should have been executed. And this is all a charade at this point.
Give me a charisma check.
Is it a charade
14.
or a charade?
It's whatever it needs to be.
Whatever
All right.
word variation appeals to the masses.
Grit, smack, ski bay. Baron.
Okay. So I guess I'm standing next to all the other prisoners.
Yeah, the other three.
Okay. I marched the next one out there.
Okay.
And once I get him out there, I read off the same list of crimes and say that this man has also confessed to murder and attempted murder, and we have borne witness to him committing the crimes of assault, 3 counts of a kidnapping, grand theft auto, grand theft, and aiding and abetting criminals and escaping justice.
All right. Give me a charisma check.
That's an 8.
Okay. At this point, the crowd's getting a little rowdier, a little more disapproving. You can tell they're not feeling you guys very much.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, they're all still staying in their little seated areas. They're all standing, but they're staying over by the chairs, watching this go down. Elon, what are you doing?
I'll just speak out to the crowd and just say Rono was the one that was just executed by Grits. He helped 4 of their number escape, and they're out in the wilderness, kind of in the area that they had set up camp before. So they may still be a problem. We haven't found them yet. It's on kind of like our kind of to-do list. But that was also one of the reasons why Rono was executed, because he was instrumental in their escape, which could pose further harm to you guys if you guys aren't careful.
Aiding and
Plus
abetting.
the long laundry list that Baron will read off to you anytime you ask him. He loves the sound of his own voice. I apologize. But the one that is currently on the chopping block, so to speak, because we're not just going to murder him in the face like we did the last one. Just, you guys
When he says
come
that, I hold my hands up.
come to a decision, and we'll proceed as you guys, kind of decide. I mean, as far as the Dawnguard goes, his
Darn guards.
his Dawngaurds, his list of offenses is long, and it would carry the death penalty in most of the states that we come from. So the Dawnguard as a whole, towns, villages, shut up.
States of mind.
You just
All right.
left us in the middle of a fight, so it's okay. Most of those crimes carry the penalty of death. So as far as the Dawnguard is concerned, it would be in our best interest as a whole to execute them for their crimes. But that being said, it's really up to you guys, because you guys are the most affected by this group.
All right. Give me a charisma check.
Sure. Oh, shit. Charisma,
Yeah.
which I have a -1, by the way.
Same Z's.
7.
All right.
Shit, we're going to have to fight this town.
They're actually starting to quiet down and calm down a little bit. But you can tell they're starting to talk amongst themselves. They're not giving you guys quite the same attention they were just a few seconds ago. And they're, I don't know, pretty, they They seem to be pretty angry and put off by everything that's going on, and you can hear them just talking amongst themselves.
Also, Andor's family, if you could gather your things from the stuff that we confiscated from the cave, the rest of what's left,
The white zone is for immediate loading and unloading.
No, like the whatever's left is for the rest of the town. You guys can use however you see fit, because the bandits obviously don't need it anymore because it was ill-gotten gains, and we'd rather it help you guys than go to.
Someone yells out, "It's like, no, don't try to appease them. If we're gonna do this, let's finish this. Don't try to buy us off."
I was gonna do that anyway, but
Flint,
this kind of just
it's your turn.
I go over to the slumped body of the man that was just murdered on a stage, and I take him by the shoulders and I drag him up to the front of the stage.
Jeez.
And I lay him down and I say, "Have you people not seen enough bloodshed?
0 blood was shed.
enough death?
Yeah, the front row seems completely confused.
Yeah, enough death."
They're like, there was no bloodshed. We're confused.
Which is weird, and a couple of them were actually scratching their heads about that part.
Like metaphorical bloodshed.
I just kind of shake my head a little bit. I just kind of go up and I just kind of slice his arm a little bit so there's a little bit of blood. And be like, now you're standing.
I stand back with just my hands up. I say, there is no
As you
reason.
go up there and mangle the body, you see one woman especially. She just kind of like and holds a handkerchief up to her mouth.
It was a little
I mimic her as closely as I can. I put my hand up to my mouth, like,
come on. It was basically a paper cut.
and I make sure I make eye contact with her. Like, I know, right?
She nods back to you.
Yeah.
I do declare.
There, so much death over not even a murder. Like, these people are in
He was found
hardship.
guilty of murder.
These people are in hardship just like you. They've done things they're not proud of. You've done things you're not proud of.
Not murder, though.
I feel like enough, and justice. I don't know if air quotes do anything, if they mean anything here, but enough justice has been dispensed. I say we let the rest of them go.
Give me a charisma check. You guys are
6.
I hate you. Maybe I don't know what that's for. As you finish that up, a couple of different voices in the crowd speak up, and they're like, "What does it matter what we say? You told us we had a choice, then you went and killed him anyways."
And I say, we have seen a murder. We've all seen a murder. Let's put this Grits Bundell up to trial.
Grits Gundel.
Wow. What is happening
At this
right
point, we're out of
now?
initiative order. I need to take points for that.
Oh man.
Yeah, now the crowd's confused. Now they're just looking around.
I'm gone at that point. I walked off.
Oh man.
I promise.
When did you do that? Was it during initiative?
Yeah, I said I walked off.
No,
After I said my
I'm
piece.
just messing.
If you want me to say, I double dashed away. I used my bonus action to dash after that.
Mario Kart double dashed away.
So everybody watched you stab him and then run away.
I turned, said my piece, and then I walked away as much as my movement would allow. Back into like the little guard station because I'm tired. I'm gonna go to
Okay.
sleep.
All right.
I literally don't give a shit about the other 3. I promise Rono he's gonna regret it.
I yell out to the crowd and I say, "You're right. The crowd needs its justice. What would you have us do?" Try to stir up the crowd.
Give me a charisma check at disadvantage. At this point, you already see some people losing interest and walking away.
I use my booming voice and I say
14.
Okay.
the remaining 3 are yours to do with as you please.
At this point, the
That
crowd's...
table over there is a shitstorm.
at this point, the
You
crowd's...
didn't help matters. I'm just saying.
The crowd's already begun dispersing and people aren't even paying attention anymore.
That's
and they're just
fine.
leaving.
Let me know when I can do something else.
Sure. I mean, people are filing out. People are just walking back to
I
their
take
huts.
are the rest of the prisoners tied together? Or
No, they were separated by this
separated? I just sort of start guiding them off stage
point. Okay.
away from the crowd.
Does my passive perception of 18 notice
Yeah,
this?
you guys are all standing there.
Yeah, no, I just do it. I'm not trying to do it sneakily. I just try.
How's bragging camp going?
I would like to send a message, and do I know if I can send a direct message? Not a Not a group message?
You don't know yet.
I don't know yet. Gotcha. I would like to attempt a direct message and say, well, it seems that we need... I'm trying to send it directly to Kibe. Well, it seems like we need to make sure we handle this ourselves.
I don't know about some murder people.
Kibe, you hear Baron thinking that you. At this point, you guys have done it a couple times. You can tell when someone's thinking something to you versus when they're saying it out loud.
Do the rest of us hear it?
The rest of you, except for Grits, do hear it.
Oh. Well,
All right.
I'll just pull TMC out and start charging her up.
I cut the rest of the prisoners loose, and I look at them and I say, "You owe the Red Right Hand a favor. They'll be in touch. Run."
Do I hear that?
You don't hear it. You're trying to communicate with Kibe, but you do see him loose them, and two of them run off just into the swamp. One of them, he just slowly backs away, and then as
I
you guys-
charge him and I attack him.
Okay.
Wow, this is getting really confusing.
All right.
So lost.
I mean, you took him completely by surprise. You land your hit. Go ahead and do your damage.
Okay. Oh,
do you
crap.
do?
I don't know. I've never attacked someone as a dwarf.
What? The other two are just gone, like
Yeah, they
untargetable.
charged off into the swamp.
That would be 4 damage.
All right. I mean, they were all on their last leg. You take them down, and you guys turn to see this blur of movement as two bodies dash off into the swamp, and Flint tackles one to the ground and just like starts hitting him. How are you hitting him? I guess.
I got my scimitar.
Oh yeah, stabbing him, slashing at him. Scimitars are slashing weapons.
Yeah.
So I still got my hand on this one guy?
No, he led them off the stage. You just watched it happen. you said.
Okay.
I look to Baron and I'm like, I'm not 100% sure this is Shrimp. This seems like a doppelganger or something because he's completely insane. While they're fighting, so he obviously has no clue I said this.
Well, since there's nothing else to target, I'll put TMC away.
No, you can still shoot the ones that are escaping.
But I can't target them.
You can try.
I mean, I have a rail
tab
gun that
targeting's
goes
not
through
picking 'em up.
things, but
So what's everybody doing now? At this point, the crowd is dispersed. Grits is gone. 2 prisoners have made off into the swamp. And
I would like to just holler out for the rest of the villagers to come get their shit off the off the cart.
Do we score a cart? Is that what we're going after now?
No, I just want them to have stuff so that they can like move. Like,
Wait, are we giving them the cart?
as people were dispersing
It's their cart.
from the crowd, a couple of them already made it over there and were
Okay.
picking stuff off of it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm sure they.
bribe you guys.
I'm sure they all took what belonged to them. Right.
I'm gonna.
I mean, as long as Andor's family got their stuff, the rest is free game as far as I'm concerned.
I'm just gonna tell Baron we need to be careful with our thoughts because obviously we're not 100% sure of this power we have,
Sure.
and we don't.
I immediately think of a giant penis and send it to everybody.
You can't send pictures. There's no multimedia messaging.
What about like ASCII art?
ASCII art. I said ASCII art. That actually
It's
makes
just-
sense for me.
It's just sound. You thinking that, yeah, as a Warforged, but nobody else does. Nobody can.
but they get the concept of a giant penis.
They don't have the encoding for that or the right codecs.
We just get it in binary, like dots and dashes.
We just hear Elon say "giant penis."
Or perhaps we just hear like a it's
white noise or whatever.
yeah, connecting to AOL or
There's a
something.
fax coming in.
Yeah. So yeah, what are you guys doing?
What
Apparently
time of
not
day is
killing
it?
people.
It's in the middle of the night now. It's far into the night. And you've noticed that when you came in that there weren't any walls or anything to this village. But nobody seems to be concerned about that.
It's kind of weird.
Is there anywhere I could start like a bonfire or something like that? Like, is there like a town square where there's?
You're in it.
Okay. Is there like a fire pit of some sort where?
Yeah. There's like
And the
a
material?
a pyre there where
Okay.
they do that.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna use Druidcraft to start a bonfire.
Okay.
Have I made it back to the security building?
Yeah, you're there.
Are there any other just like sleeping rooms, like barracks, or is it all just in the cells? Do they have like beds in the cells?
Yeah, the cell's the only thing that has anything remotely like a bed or a cot or like that.
I looked for the most comfortable one, I get the key to that one, and I go to sleep. Like,
This one's too soft.
Okay.
Keep the
You
key.
lock yourself into the cell? Or you just take the-
I don't lock myself in.
You
I
just grab
keep
the
the
key
key
for
so
it.
no one can lock me in.
Okay, gotcha.
Smart.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to round up with Max and Kibe and walk with them off a distance and just have a discussion with them about how this went down and how two of our own stood against us and took this day into their own hands.
Yeah, it's a little weird. I don't know where Shrimp has been, but he's obviously come back a little addled.
Shrimps and Elon, you guys are, next to each other, and you see the other three just walk off in a different direction.
I just sit where I am with my mount, Madison V. Monroe,
Okay.
and I druid craft some foliage for him to chew on.
All right, so you're just sitting by the fire,
Yeah.
stoked, or that you... All right.
So this day we saw Grits among us stab a man and then run off. Run away like a coward.
Just walk up and stab him.
I walked up, stabbed him, said
And
my
ran
piece,
off.
You're not
and
there.
walked away.
You're not there.
The initiative I
You're not
clearly
there.
stated. I
Anyways,
walked
we're having a
away.
discussion, Boyd.
You're not there.
So he ran off away from the crowd and as if he'd committed the act on his own.
Well, from my perspective, Grits was there in the cave. He saw the murders. He saw the dead bodies. I can understand that tensions are high. He obviously was having issues with, what was that guy's name?
Rono.
And Grits. I understand his aggression towards Rono because Rono telling us that he was going to cooperate 100% after being part of murders and all kinds of other crimes proceeded to be the lead instigator of the bandits escaping. So I understand his tensions were high. He's wanting to see justice. My biggest concern is the fact that Shrimp, at being apart from the group and not a part of the bandit plot, came into the group and immediately released two of them to the wilds.
Yeah, released these bandits that we had all discussed together. And I mean, what do you make of this, Max?
I mean, I've been a little suspicious of Grits for a while, because of the whole leading us into that trap room and some other strange choices he's made. But at the same time, the king chose all of us, and so I'm not going to question the king's wisdom. Surely he saw that we all have different strengths and weaknesses and different methods of dealing with things.
I got you.
And I think we should, try to work better at presenting a united front and not, bicker about executions in front of crowds.
I would love to do that. I hated that he called the crowd in front. I thought that we should have been unified in this matter before we presented it to the crowd. But to your point, we know that the Council of the Void has infiltrated the Dawnguard before. We were there and we witnessed the terrorist attack. They were invited to the Dawnguard ceremony. You don't get in unless you're not invited. We've seen the Council of the Void infiltrate the Dawnguard ranks before.
Shrimp is the void.
It's quite,
Plot twist.
it's quite possible.
That's the end of season 2, guys. Ruined everything.
He took this day into his own hands and he released those prisoners. We all saw it.
His buddy murdered some chick on a roof.
That's true.
I forgot about that.
I just thought you were coming to my side, Kibe.
Grits, as you're about to drift off into sleep, you hear in the faint distance of the swamp itself, just kind of an odd noise that's going against the grain of the natural ambient sounds of the night. And then you're able to determine it's irregular and starts to kind of sound like a scream. Everyone else, you also hear this just being outside, and you see some of the villagers that are outside. They immediately, people start picking up on it, and people just start shuffling back into their homes and stuff.
Can I send out a message to everybody? It's like, anyone else hear that very eerie screaming sound?
No response. You guys don't hear anything.
Shit. I start walking and see if I can find anybody.
I start walking towards the sound of the scream.
Mm-hmm.
And is that towards?
It leads out of the village, and it's actually due north.
I'm not going to leave the village yet.
Right. Yeah. It's in the swamp.
Okay. Is it? I mean, it's far enough out to where it's like I can't get.
It's pretty far. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can just tell it's coming. It's a very distant sound.
Do I still see the group of three talking?
Yeah, they're off to the side. You're over by the fire, or
Okay.
you were by the fire.
I yell, "Did y'all hear that?"
Yep.
Yes, we did.
Yep.
Does it sound like a language, or is it just kind of like just a sound?
You asking me?
Yes.
Oh yeah, it was just a scream.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd like to take this opportunity to pull the dagger from my bag and look at it.
Okay. You look at it, and you see it looks like it's just based on the orientation of the walls and everything. It looks like the other dagger seems to be just stuck standing up into like a table of some kind. And then off in the distance you see a stone entryway, different markings on the wall. It's hard to determine what they are. But off in the distance, you see just a light. It's just hard to determine. There's just a slow pulse to it.
Okay.
And that's it. It's unmoving. It looks very similar to the structure that you saw before, but inside of that, it's the same type of architecture and everything.
If you flip the dagger over, can you see the other side? What the other side of the dagger sees?
Yeah, flip the dagger over.
You flip the dagger over?
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
You're not there.
Just had this weird intuition.
Yeah. Yeah. At this point, Gracie, you're back out of the thing. You see them over by the fire. You see the rest of the guys.
I start coming. I was like, anybody else hear that screaming sound, or is that just me?
We all heard it.
Yeah, everybody heard it.
Do we want to go into the bog and investigate?
I mean, does it sound like it's like forever away in the bog, or does it sound like it's just on the edge of the bog? Like, can we tell?
Give me a perception check.
All right. That is a 20.
Okay, so
Not 20.
the village itself is kind of on the edge of the bog. The scream sounded like it was coming from deep within.
I would like to inform the group that what's her name? Arya?
Enna,
Inna?
the daughter of Andor.
Inna let me know that there is some sort of stone building in the middle of the droning bog, and it could potentially be the same building that we have seen reflections of in the dagger.
Well, we know we were sent here to investigate, and this could be the source of that.
That's very true. The question remains, do we want to pursue now while there is the scream, or do we want to wait till the morning?
I'll be real honest with you guys. If we go now, I will not have any spells to help us.
Well, if we wait until morning, whoever's screaming may no longer be breathing.
Well, from the looks of the villagers, this doesn't seem to be. I mean, they call it the drowning bog, right?
Yeah, the droning bog.
Droning. I mean, this could be the bog's droning. This could be the sound. I mean, then the captain describes it having. Like
Then we should
weird
look.
effect.
Then we should look for a villager to ascertain whether or not that's the truth.
I think we should wait till morning. Going in now, we may save one life, but we'll lose 6. If we wait till the morning, we can take care of what it is and save however many other lives.
Whose 6 will we lose?
It could be one of those prisoners you
Could
let
be
run
us.
Oh, so we'll save one person and then we'll all die.
Possibly.
You trying to kill a shrimp?
No, I don't want to run off into a bog at night.
Same.
I don't want to run into the dark place at dark time.
I would.
To put it in terms everyone can understand.
What's the hour?
Late at night.
Gotcha. Is there a place of activity?
You guys are it. The rest is just you see the various huts and shacks or whatever.
No villagers?
active inside. No, everyone's gone back inside.
No demons.
No demons.
All right.
Interesting.
All right.
I go back to the hut that I had been staying at before, and I go knock on the door there.
Okay. At this point, instead of opening the door all the way like previously, you see Alvin again, and he just cracks it open. He's like, "What do you want?"
Had I been staying there before?
When you first visited, you were having a drink with the people at the house, but
Before you
after
released
this
the
ordeal,
Yeah.
you've seen some of the villagers kind of just giving you guys dirty looks, not really like
Hey,
digging you.
Can I stay here tonight? I don't think anyone will see me walk in.
He says, you guys aren't gonna kill anybody else tonight, are you?
I haven't killed anyone.
Give me a charisma check.
That's technically not true.
That is
that an
a
Or,
11.
I couldn't see it either way.
He sighs and he's like,
And I take all my weapons. I just like start handing them to him, like handle
He's
first.
like, that's not necessary.
Okay.
Opens the door. He's like, yeah, you can come in.
All right.
Yeah, you guys look up and Shrimp's gone.
Is there like anything that I see around the town that could be fixed up a little bit, like building mechanical wise? I could use a little TLC.
Not really. The only looks like all the housing structures, they're not in the best shape to begin with, but they all look occupied. And there's no really other structures.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll just go to the security office and just kind of find a corner to sit down and go into my standby mode.
I tell everyone, I was like, I think the only place we have cots and stuff where we could go is the security office.
Is that where you ran to?
That's where I went. I didn't run anywhere.
Yeah, I'm going to use my arcade magazine.
You absolutely ran. In your own words, you Mario Karted double dashed.
Yeah, you both walked and Mario Kart double dashed over there.
Yeah, I was using like my full movement to get there, but
You
I
literally
did not
said the
run.
words double dash.
Yeah, whatever I had to do to get as far away from it as possible, but I didn't run. I
That place
walked.
where we murdered someone.
Power walked.
Whatever,
I start running
What the fuck is
towards
dashing
the
if
building.
not running?
because that's the technical term for using double my movement speed.
All right.
All right.
What did you do, Kibe?
I run.
You just run to the building.
I double dash.
You guys.
towards-
So is everyone just making their way to the building?
A Mario
or
Kart
what?
double dash alongside Keybay.
I pull out my anchor in
I
one
follow.
hand and then the sword in the other, and I run towards
Okay.
the cot.
Making my way
All
downtown.
right.
Walking fast.
Okay. Yeah, you guys make your way back to the security building. Everybody turn in for the night.
I try to crawl in the cot with grits.
I don't.
I'm
You
going
try to crawl in the cot with me.
Yeah.
It's too big. I'm just like, what? Why?
There's
no.
only 2 cots.
I push him. I was like, why?
I just
Yeah.
sleep on the floor.
I'm sitting in the office where the main entrance is.
I push the.
standby mode.
I push him off of me.
I go next to Elon.
In Tapos, we share beds with our family
This isn't
members.
Tapos.
All right. Everybody takes a long rest for the night.
I don't.
Hooray.
Okay. What are you guys doing?
I'm all right. I'm laying down like I sleep like right next to Grits' cot with one claw just like in his cot.
I'm fine with that.
I would like to before taking a rest. I would like to talk to Elon and ask him what he thinks of how today went.
Okay.
Essentially, he wants to know if you want to murder Shrimp or not.
Well, I mean, I think it would have been better if we had gone without the public being involved.
I agree.
but that's not how it went.
I don't know why Grits called them forth.
So I don't either. I guess we'll just have to see what happens.
Hmm.
I mean, we have a mission to complete, whether they like us or not.
I would like for us to be a united front, but
it would be better.
Yeah, all this infighting is gonna.
Is it morning yet?
Destroy us.
Yeah, I feel like
Okay.
I feel like Grits is kind of coming around some, to a little more in line with our thinking. I mean, since I was able to talk him out of the whole gold thing.
I appreciate you doing that.
You're welcome.
You're good. And I put my hand on his shoulder and I struggle with the word and say, "You're a good thing."
That works. I self-identify. I don't know what I self-identify as. I'm a man.
You're a Warforged.
Yeah. I'm a Terminator. Self-declared.
You're a good Terminator.
But yeah, I mean, Grits just kind of came back. Not Grits. Shrimp just came back into the fold, so he's not up to speed on what all happened. So I think once he kind of experiences the adventure with us a little bit more, he'll kind of get on the same page. Same with Max, even though I think Max is probably a little more goody two shoes than the rest of us.
I've spoken with Max and he's a good man, and his motives are clear. I can't say the same for the other two, but I just wanted to get your thoughts on the day. And
Motives are long.
It could have been better,
rock steady,
but it could have been worse too. I mean, we didn't have to kill any of the villagers, so that's a plus.
I mean, it should never come to that.
I would hope not.
I would lay my arms down if it came to that.
You just let them kill you?
I'm not going to kill an innocent.
What if they attack you first?
Well,
I mean, that's self-defense at that point. I mean, you're within the law to defend yourself.
And then we debate. This all night.
You guys go on into the night.
So no long rest for them.
All right.
I mean, technically, I can.
I don't take a long rest.
Okay.
Oh, you don't have any magic or anything, so
Nope.
You get a point of exhaustion though.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. It's like there's still negatives to not sleeping for 24 hours. But I mean, the night goes on. No demons attacking at night. The screaming can be noticed every few hours. And around midnight, you hear the droning of the bog itself. Completely distinct sound, much longer, much lower. And at certain points, it reaches almost like a vibratory grumble that you can hear. But it's very distinct versus the sporadic screams that you hear at the night, which sounds very distant. Whereas the droning that occurs is a more regular, has a regular cadence to it. Listening to it for a while, it's almost melodic to a point.
It's like cicadas.
Little with a little more
Sounds like a
depth
crocodile
to it.
drumming.
like a giant cicada.
Like
Some bass to it.
Yeah, it's got some bass. It's a pretty dank sound. It's got some beef. So everyone does whatever they're doing for the rest of the night, sleeping or not sleeping or resting.
Yeah, taking a short rest. At best. At best.
I get up to kind of check around things and take care of some stuff.
Shrimp, are you doing anything at the household? You're essentially sleeping on their couch. Everyone else is left.
I make sure I tidy after myself. And
Okay.
Be the best house guest that I can.
Okay.
Anything that needs to be fixed, I'll try to fix it. I don't
All
know.
right. Morning comes, and the shrimp you smell like
Shit.
Probably. They took a dump on your chest while you were asleep.
no.
I paid extra for that.
Anna actually approaches you and they made some type of porridge, and then they invite you over to the table for breakfast. And she proceeds to ask you, so what is what are your plans? What is the Dawnguard doing here in Harstead?
I honestly don't know.
Gotcha.
What are we doing?
And then you begin to tell her, maybe, I don't know if you do.
Yeah.
You were sent because there were reports of the missing people.
Right.
Noricus originally sent you guys.
So it's missing people. We were sent to track them down.
Yeah.
Apparently, the rest of my group has gone on to vigilante justice, and murdering people they think have done something. But yeah, no, I'm here to find some missing people.
Okay, she said, "Okay, that's admirable."
I mean,
and
technically,
they just begin to eat, in silence for the rest of the morning, I guess. You do anything else with them? Want to do anything?
I'm going to.
you should ask them about what happened so you can believe us and be on the same page as the rest of us.
I asked them what happened to them. Like, I want to know their side of the story.
All right. She lets you know that Andor, her father, basically gathered them up and said they weren't going to wait there to die, because once people started disappearing and they reported it, Fortune Fields just kind of left them high and dry. They pulled security out. They pulled resources out. They haven't been sending them their rations. They haven't been basically supporting them. They left them out there for about 2 weeks now, and just more and more people have been disappearing. And so he didn't want to deal with that anymore. So he gathered the family to leave. They got attacked by bandits on the way out.
So, I mean, does the whole village want to leave?
Some people, a lot of people are either too stubborn or too old to leave. Because again, it was the miners who are disappearing, and that's, our workforce. The rest are just the elderly, the women, the children.
Right.
And so,
I mean, where did you intend to go?
I think my father wanted to take us to the capital and hopefully find work there.
Oh. What if I could get you out of here?
I don't know. Last time we tried, you saw what happened.
Sure, but I mean, not to fluff my own chicken here. That's a saying. I've heard it before.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's for masturbating.
Yeah, it's exactly what I mean. But we've got some fighting men. We disagree on a few things, but I feel like if we can guide your family and a few of the other villagers out of here, I think we can get you somewhere safe.
If you think you can do it, then I know anyone who stays here is just gonna rot.
As misguided as it was, the rest of my group dealt with the bandits handily, although the force may have been excessive. I think
I did see that. Yeah, it was. Then she shakes and looks off in the distance.
It was a bit much for me too. But Madison and I will help you get somewhere safe. I assume does the elk have his head through the window? Like,
yeah, he's just eating over the kitchen sink.
Yeah, I just rub his face.
And you can tell inside there's like a light that goes on. She kind of has a glimmer of hope, and she's like, "Okay, yeah, I'll when my father wakes up, I'll go and tell him."
Okay, if he wants to speak to me, just tell him to come talk to me.
Okay, all right. And then she runs off,
and I eat whatever they have.
Okay,
yeah.
And you head out, I guess.
No, I stay there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody else, morning comes, you wake up, and you're still in the village. The village is still intact. You guys are in the cots or on the floor or whatever. But the night has passed. And you said you didn't take a long rest, right? Mm-mm. So you marked down the point of exhaustion. Okay.
So hooray! Eating some of my rations, and I look at I guess Keybay's right next to me. Mm-hmm. I'm like, Keybay.
Very close to you.
So close.
I think he's the big spoon right now.
Yeah.
Roll for big spoon.
I'm sitting up eating.
Okay.
9.
Ooh, natural 1.
Sweet, and the big spoon.
As I sit in his lap.
Spoon right now.
As I sit in his lap, eating like a child.
You're not actually using your hands. I'm spooning it into your mouth.
With his little hands.
All right.
Now that the visual is...
As he's feeding me as I sit in his lap.
Wow.
He's using his big claw to comb my hair.
Yeah.
While he feeds me. I was like, dude, do you think it was really weird that there are 0 demons attacking this place at night?
Yeah, I did think it was pretty weird. I know it's like a natural occurrence down south, but demons don't really attack my village. So I think maybe it's possible that in the far south and the far north, the demons are lessened. I don't really know.
Could be. This is the first place I've ever been to that those things don't appear at night. And for them not to be there, it's strange to me.
That it is bizarre, and especially with the weird occurrences in the bog, it would. I mean, this place is creepy.
Yep. Well, I guess I need to get everyone together and explain my rash actions with old Rono.
I don't know that you do need to explain your actions.
You know what, Kibe? You're right. I like you, Kibe.
As they're talking, everyone's waking up. You guys are all within earshot of each other.
I come out of standby mode.
Your light goes from yellow to green.
Yep.
I eat some rations and I go and check on my lion, Cloud, see how he's doing.
Yeah, they're parked outside. They're slept pretty well.
All right.
Parked.
Just real quick, I'd like to see if there's a post office in town.
Harstead does not have one.
Okay, well, I was gonna write the king, but whatever. I'll just talk to him later. That's fine.
It's on our to-do list.
Maybe if you think really hard, the Jewel will send him messages.
You haven't tried that yet.
So we have a choice for everyone who's here. We either need to check the mines where the disappearances have been occurring, or we need to go. I'm assuming we don't hear the blood curling screams anymore.
No. It's morning time. It's not quite. There's it's not birds chirping and sunlight beaming through the window, but there's light outside. Most of it is being blocked by the canopy itself. It's still relatively low light in the swamp, just because the way it is out there.
We should focus on the mission, get that finished first, then we can go investigate the bog.
Right. I mean, that's fine. I guess we should take a quick and dirty vote. Does do the screams coming from the bog, does that occupy our time, or do we check the mines first?
We should look at a map. Can we?
I vote mines.
Is the bog kind of on the way to the mine, sort of?
You're asking me?
Well, I said check a map, so we're like looking at a map.
I pull out my map and I lay it down. It doesn't have a good detail of Harstead, but
right, it has a location of Harstead, and then like a blob of this is the droning bog, like the swamp. It doesn't notate where like the mines are or anything.
I don't have a detailed map.
Or like a lake or anything. It's just this. It has a map of the general area, the terrain.
Well, we could ask the townspeople if where the mines are in relation.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll help.
I mean,
as he says, I'm
not
like,
there.
I don't feel like the townspeople are really our biggest fans right now.
Well,
I want to go ahead and say, guys, I'm sorry I got everything involved and got it cluttered up. We should have just killed them here in the room with zero witnesses or anything like that. But Rono needed to die. I don't know why Shrimp was so obsessed with getting those guys free, but I just put it in. I was making sure Rono, who seemed like he would have been the mastermind of the little ones that we had captured, was not going to walk away.
Makes sense. I mean, we all basically agreed that they should all die anyway. So
Yeah, but it could have been done in a better way. I just didn't. I didn't want Shrimp to sway the crowd and have him get away, only to get all of his buddies that he helped escape back together and then be back at square one with bandits robbing people.
Crowd should have never been involved.
Yep.
Agreed.
If only somebody had said that at the beginning.
So we have one vote for the mine.
I mean, I think we should go look at the mine. We should ask the townspeople, anybody who will put up with us still after last night's shenanigans, where the mines are in relation to the village, and see if the bog is on the way to the mines. We can take a look real quick as we go by. If not, I say we hit the mines first and then go to the bog.
Grits or
Shrimp?
I'm sorry, Shrimp.
I'm gonna go find the group and tell them, we need to get these people out of here. Like, some of them are willing to go with us. I'm gonna go
As you
find
guys
the rest
are
of the
having this
group.
conversation, Shrimp walks into the door. Not into the door, in through the door.
No, he walks into
Do you
the
want
door.
to
You
roll
said that
for
already.
not?
You gotta dodge the door at this point.
Say, hey guys, listen. I know we're supposed to investigate people going missing, but I think it's in our best interest to try to move the people out of here. No one's going to go missing if there's no one to go missing. I think we can get some of them to follow us.
No one's going to go missing if there's no one to go missing.
Yeah.
Kill them all.
No, we're going to take them back to Sedleo. I'm not the one that's all murder happy, Baron.
We're not going all the way back to
That wasn't Baron.
Oh, all right.
That was Aaron.
Yeah. Well, I say
I can't tell the difference.
I think we need to end all the senseless death that has happened before we arrived and since we've arrived.
All the death made perfect sense to the people who were there to experience the whole
true.
bandit raid.
Yeah. Okay, sure.
Are the people willing to leave
Murderers that
their
we
homes?
let go.
Some of them are and some of them aren't. I think we need to get the ones that are willing to leave out, and then we can deal with whatever the problem
once
is.
we're done with our investigation and we're headed back to Sedleo, they can come with us.
Exactly.
I mean, I guess if you want, it seems like the town's safe. If they'll stay in the town until we finish our investigation, I guess that's fine.
So we can lock them, everyone up in these cells.
Yeah, sure. More authoritarianism.
If we can find the
probably need to
source of what's kidnapping or taking these people, then they won't have to leave their homes. And since they're kind of divided, I feel like, having a caravan of innocent people would be kind of difficult. And
Not to mention there's some...
it's a day's ride to the outpost. It's a day's ride to Sedleo. I mean, we can
do all the people have mounts?
we could get them there.
I mentioned
in a
that
full day.
the path to the watch is a tricky path.
I said,
It's not always a day's ride.
for some simpletons it may be, but they'll be following the rest of the group. It'll be all right.
Yeah. When we did rescue,
well, also, there are bandits on the road, and there are now 2 more back on the road.
It's not just tricky to follow.
Yeah, there are 2 men who were a victim of their circumstances who were almost murdered. Yeah, no, I saw
Who
that
had committed
happen.
murder themselves.
2 murderers we let go.
Yeah.
I remember those guys.
Yeah, they weren't going to receive a trial, so it was better to. It's better to let a guilty man go free than to murder an innocent man. And if they're not going to have a fair
You're
trial,
literally speaking nonsense right now.
if they're not going to have a fair trial, then they.
But weren't
they're-
in
Let's
the
go
zone
back.
of
Let's go
truth,
back to
didn't
let's
they-
do what we came here to do, and let's go investigate. I say we start at the mines.
But just out of curiosity, didn't the zone of truth didn't they admit to murder in the zone
yes,
of truth?
they did.
They did.
I mean, I don't know if they're telling the truth or not.
You do know they had zone of truth cast upon them,
I
right?
don't know if that worked on them.
It worked. I can tell when it works and when it doesn't.
Can it?
Yes, you can.
Oh,
And it worked. We were telling the truth.
you should have brought that up.
We did.
No, you didn't.
I mean, we told you of our own accounts of what happened.
Yeah, you said you thought someone murdered someone. You didn't see anyone murder anyone. You saw a murder,
saw
and you
bodies
saw
on the road.
you saw a murder, and then you saw some people that were near the murder, and you assumed they did it. I mean,
I walk out. I'm done looking for this.
but at any rate, we can go clear the mine, and then the ones that don't want to be here anymore because we can't guarantee their safety. We will take them back to Sedleo.
All right, let's go to the mine.
So
That sounds like a
Shrimp
plan.
supports murderers. Let's go.
Mhm.
No.
Can't guarantee.
No, I don't support any one of you.
Can't support,
Noted.
can't guarantee their safety because there's 2 murderers on the loose.
Yep.
Yeah, I know of one in particular that's in this group, and I look at Grits.
I shrug my shoulders like, I did what I did.
All right,
I'd have
so you
done
guys
it
come
again,
to an
too.
agreement. What are you doing next?
Headed to the
Going this
mines.
morning. And all right, how are you
Agreement is a
getting there?
loose term.
I'm just gonna go and find somebody who doesn't look like they completely hate me.
I'm gonna go back to the house where I was staying
Okay, all right.
and
you
ask,
guys
ask for
around.
directions back to the mine.
Yeah.
All right, you go back to there, actually, Andor is alive and well. He's walking now. He's got a little crutch and pant leg cut off. Not too worse for the wear. He's looks like he's in good condition. He's
That's
the one who
good.
answers the door.
Ask him how he feels about the bandits being executed.
Yeah, remember those guys that chop your leg off?
He's like, yeah.
Wait, no, I went back. Did they follow me?
Question.
I don't know.
Yeah, I
Did
followed
guys
you.
all-
Yeah.
I followed you.
Yeah.
I'm always gonna assume you guys are attached to the hip. Just what's up, Elon?
Can Can I build a prosthetic for Andor?
You can take some time to build a prosthetic for him if you want to.
Sweet.
Is that what you want to start working on right now?
Sure. While they're figuring stuff out, maybe I can get some of the work done while I wait for them to.
How long will it take?
Can I help? Can I help Elon?
I mean, I can mend. I mean, a prosthetic is nothing compared to a robotic dinosaur.
Yeah, but it'll take an hour.
Okay. Yeah, I do that.
Can I assist him?
Sure.
All right.
It takes 55 minutes.
It takes an hour, but it's slightly better than what it would
Okay,
be.
so you guys are talking to Andor at his doorstep, and you guys just set up
I just
shop and
put a
start
knife
making
on
a
it.
prosthetic right there.
Yep.
Okay.
So, Kibe, you were saying?
Yeah, remember those guys that chopped your leg off?
He says,
Well-
yeah, those bastards.
Some of them were let free. So you better keep your gun close. Keep your family safe.
He looks down and sighs. He's like, another day. But, he's like, he's all right. He opens the door a little bit and like leans over and just grabs his gun. It's like, it's right there.
Perfect. I might try to steal your daughter and children and your young boys again.
Andor seems like he can take care of himself.
If we come back, he's lost the other leg.
We need directions to the mine, Andor. We're gonna go try to sort this out.
He's like, all right, well, the mine is due north of here. You can take the path. It's probably the safest way to get there, but that'll take you about 2 or 3 hours. It's got lanterns marking the way. Luckily, it's morning time. You don't need them, and no one's been able to light them for a while. Or you can head straight north from here. Cut your time in half. Or you can get on a raft and take this waterway up the stream. It connects with the Black Pond. Keep the bog to your left, and it'll lead straight up to the mine.
How long will that take with the rafts?
That'll drop it to about an hour.
No. Okay. So choose your own adventure, if you will. All right. Is there a raft we could borrow from you?
He's like, yeah, there's
A
couple
company
out there, yeah.
rafts we can use. Okay.
And he looks over. He's like, it probably won't fit those big old beasts, but
okay.
6 men could ride it. Or
I bet.
That's what she
We
said.
tried.
He says, and that's all you're getting from me. Shut the door. Obviously embarrassing.
Still way to talk to your daughter.
It seems like the town is plenty safe at night. Nothing seems to bother anything in here. We can leave our mounts here, take the raft up, deal with it, come back, and then we can move from there. Does anyone have any other ideas?
Sounds good to me.
Sounds like a plan to
I'm gonna
me.
give my rhino a shiv though.
Does he have one on his face?
I glue another one.
Out of all yours, he came with one.
Yeah.
I glue another sharper shiv on the tip of his shiv.
Sharpen and shit.
Yeah, it's fine.
And I'll just kind of tell Nibbles to keep an eye on the town,
Okay.
just to try and protect them from bandits or whatever.
What's the girl's name? The daughter?
Anna.
Anna. I take
Anna.
Anna. All right. I take Madison up to Anna and I say, "Will you watch after Madison for me?"
She nods.
And I turn to Madison and I say, "You watch them too." And I pat him.
Okay.
Does he react at all?
He,
Yeah.
nuzzles you
All right.
in a way that moose do.
Yeah.
Moose?
Elk.
Elk. I'm sorry.
Same difference.
Don't misidentify him.
He gets ornery.
Yeah.
And when we finish the prosthetic, we'll go swing by the house and
Wait, where were you working on it at? Like you went to Andor, then walked away to build a prosthetic?
no.
I thought me and him just stayed back and worked
We were
on
just,
one.
we're just in the thing.
Stayed back where? Like you had to see that he was missing a leg.
We knew he was missing. a
We
leg when
picked him up with a missing leg.
Okay.
We've known all,
right.
along that he's
All
been
right.
missing a leg.
So you guys are done talking with Andor. About 10 minutes has gone by. What are you guys doing?
I
The
sit
4 of you, 'cause
cross-legged
the other
for
2 are still back at
50 minutes.
the place that you slept at.
I
Security.
I
Yeah.
when when they finish with whatever they're doing, let's go ahead and find the best rafts, and then we'll figure out our way up the river. Does that work for everyone else?
Works for me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'll make the prosthetic kind of adjustable because I don't know exactly how long it needs to be.
Probably hydraulic too, maybe with like
bit,
computer
you know.
chips and.
If you can put
We're not gonna
GPS
go
in
too
there, that'd be
crazy.
good.
All right, give me a.
MP3 player.
That'd be put
Not too
Put a
crazy.
knife
Just
that
something
comes
that's
out of
kind
the
of
hill.
adjustable that's
All right, so
sturdy.
what are you making exactly?
Is it
So-
a teleporter?
It's
You got to
not-
get those
it's
lights
not a
under it like it's a
teleporter.
rice burner.
No, it's basically just it's got kind of like a cup for his stump to get put in, and then it's got two pieces of
The old
basically
stump cut.
metal that's got like an adjustable bolt that he can kind of move around a little bit, and it's got like a pad for his foot, just something that he can.
Give me an intelligence
crazy.
check.
Okay,
That would be.
intelligence.
Does he get advantage because I'm helping?
Disadvantage.
Do I
I'm a pretty
get an
smart
advantage
guy.
for building a robotic dinosaur?
It's been a
No.
long time since you built
Is it a
something this
robotic
simple.
dinosaur leg you're trying to give him?
No,
Because that would be awesome.
it's a 10.
Okay. All right. So you guys head back and you stick around for another 45 minutes as he finishes up. What amounts to a little cup, stick, foot, which is a very
just simple-
rudimentary
yeah,
prosthetic.
something to get him back on his feet, so to speak.
Oh.
Sorry, I'll see myself
Fast
out.
forward.
It
Fast forward
falls
past it.
apart so fast while he's doing something dangerous. No,
Just
okay,
fast
you
forward
head back.
past this part.
He's walking up some stairs. Assume you drop it off with him.
Yeah, I just say myself and Grits made this for you to try to help you get along, make mobility a little easier for you. We're gonna go check out this mine situation. If you need any adjustments or anything, just let me know when we get back, and we'll try and adjust it to make it a little better for you.
I don't go with him to drop it off, knowing the village probably hates me.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, you go and drop it off, and he's like, "Thank you." He shows deep gratitude. And
How deep?
Huh?
How deep?
Not very.
Shallow gratitude.
That's fine. I mean, I'm just trying to help the guy out.
Gotcha. All right, so you guys meet up. You get there's like 2 or 3 rafts at this little tiny dock that kind of leads onto the water stream.
As rafts tend to be at.
Yeah. Everybody loads up.
Yeah, I mean, they're all in good shape. They all seem equal. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They all look like they'll do the job. There's just a couple planks of wood and
yeah.
tied together.
I think it'd be in our best interest to take 2. To have I mean, I know all 6 of us could fit on 1, but
Yeah.
if we take 2 up, if we lose 1, we have 1 to come back on.
It's true.
Also, no
2
offense.
is 1, 1 is none.
Also, no offense. Old robot guy over there seems a lot heavier than the rest of us.
Yeah,
That's also true.
I'm a good 300 pounds. Or
We
so.
should probably put crab cakes on 1 and Robo Man on the other.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
All right, so you
Okay
guys
with that.
begin to drift out into the bog.
I turned my hand into a propeller. Just kidding.
I want to be on that one.
That doesn't happen.
Go gadget propeller.
Stealing my jokes. I literally just said that.
Oh,
Trey's really good at that.
he'll be like, I just thought of something.
Say it louder then. Have some confidence in your jokes.
Who's on the first raft?
Say it like you got a pair.
Who's in? Is Elon on the first one?
I just
I'm
asked
on
who's
a
on the
raft.
first raft.
Okay.
I'll be on the first raft.
I'll be on the first raft too.
Okay.
Sure, whatever.
I guess I'll be on the same raft.
All right, so at this table and
This table will be on a raft. And that table
Let's
can
just
be
keep
on
the
a-
table.
interesting. Okay.
Just keep this
The
simple.
lines have been drawn.
Can't dry lawns of water.
So,
Right.
the way forward is, it's pretty murky water. Lots of trees, lots of odd shaped flora. Flora. Up ahead, you see the water actually splits off into two different directions.
Naturally.
Yeah. On one side, there's a large tree that has a pretty decent size, almost twin-headed rose. It's got purplish, pinkish petals and stuff. It looks like they're both budded off the same plant. And that kind of marks the waterway down one direction. Towards the other direction, you just see lots of different vines, lots of more twisted trees and things like that. Give me who's essentially steering the raft.
I'll steer mine.
Okay. Grits. Let's survive. I'm sorry, shrimp. Give me a survival check.
I want to also point out I said it was our raft, and he said it was his raft.
I forego ownership of the raft.
6.
Okay.
We end up back at Harstead.
No, so you notice that the water splits and everyone.
I mean, based on
notices.
the directions that I received, does this enter into that at all? Or
He didn't tell you. He said take the water, follow the pathway up to the Black Pond, and then once there, keep the bog to your left.
Oh,
and
all
it should lead directly to the mine.
Okay.
I feel like the flower path is where we need to go.
I feel like that's the most dangerous one.
I mean, have you guys slowed down or
I'm following him.
right? So there'd be no reason to make
to
a
roll?
direction.
Oh,
check.
okay. I thought I was making a how well I can steer it check.
No. This is to figure. This is to figure out where you're going.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
With absolute confidence, I keep to the thorny side
Okay.
because that means the bog somehow. All right. Which way am I supposed to keep it on?
You made your choice already.
Yeah.
We're going down the thorny path.
Yeah. No, we'll be fine, guys.
He's leading us into a trap.
Maybe, but I don't know it.
They'll never let you forget it.
All right. As you head down, as you head down this path, just another 20, 30 minutes of silent, just drifting down this path. You're listening to the ambient sounds of the swamp itself, which is just creatures of different types, bugs. You do notice a lot of the trees have a moss growing, specifically on one side of them. And based on your sense heading,
Does this moss look anything like dark wood moss?
did you? I forget who identified darkwood moss.
The captain.
The captain identified it, but like me and I think Kibe.
Yeah, we were showing it.
Yeah.
Okay,
We were describing
yes,
it to him.
you
We were
guys.
telling him.
Yeah, it looks exactly as described then, and Kibe, especially you recognize it immediately.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I saw it on the dagger.
I pointed out to Kibe.
Yeah.
And I said, I think we're heading into the bog.
Hmm.
But I kind of, I only say it to the people on our raft.
Okay. You keep going forward, and the three of you on the first raft, Shrimp, Grits, and Elon, give me a dexterity check.
Nat 20.
20 non-natural.
22 non-natural.
Okay.
We all right.
As the stillness of the water, just kind of as you guys are floating along the river, stream, whatever, in this swamp, for a second everything goes quiet, everything goes extremely still, and then you guys from behind, you see the surface of the water break, and in one fluid motion, a large giant vine just creeps up and splashes out, explodes out of the water, and crashes into the first raft. The three of you immediately jump off to the side, and you actually catch onto one of the banks. Grits, you're able to grab onto a vine. Elon, you make the jump completely, and Shrimp, you actually jump and bound off of Grits as he grabs onto a vine and climb past him and get on the essential shore as this giant vine grows bigger and bigger as it begins to coil around the raft and just pull it downward. As 2 more giant vines begin pulling themselves onto the shore near where you guys came up out of the water.
Yeah, damn, nature, you scary.
And I think that's where we're gonna have to end it tonight. Yeah. Yep.
I say, Shrimp, it's an attack. You led us into a trap.
He's working with the vines, damn it.
He could be. He's a druid.
Oh shit!
Oh,
They know. Abort! No.
They found us out. Grits, run.
So I think we've got some.
Us.
I think we've got some announcements to read tonight and some mail. Is that right?
Yeah, we do have some fan mail. Buddy Ben Shirley of our fandom. Sorry.
Our fandom.
He sent us in a message. He's like, "Hiya, Bards. Just wanted to say that I'm a huge fan. I steal a lot of stuff from your show." In parentheses, but Brian said to steal as much as possible. I love your podcast and listen to it all the time. I discovered it about a week ago, and I've already gone through the first season. It's cool. It's not stalking. It's dedication. But yeah, I just want to thank you guys for what you do and for all the laughs you have brought me. Keep it going.
Aw, thank you.
Thanks,
Thanks, Ben. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
appreciate it.
We'll keep it going as long as you guys will listen. So
And probably even after you don't listen. 'Cause
that's true. Yeah, we're gonna run this into the
'cause
ground.
We enjoy
Yeah.
it.
Oh, yeah. Also, everyone that's listening, we just want to ask you guys, if you could for us, go to iTunes and leave us a review. That would really help other people find the show. And we also want to thank everyone that subscribed to us on Podbean, Asana Maru, TNB123, Pasta Rasta, and Urban Chick 137 for their subscription.
Thanks.
Thank you guys. Thanks
Thank
for
you
listening.
so much.
Oh, don't cut off too quick. We gotta tell you guys about how you can help us out financially.
Oh,
keep the
yeah.
show afloat, because it costs us real life money, not that fake money, for hosting fees and that sort of thing. So
And beer's getting expensive in this
beer
economy.
does get expensive, especially if you drink those craft beers through a straw like we tend to do. But yeah, if you guys, we stopped doing the ads. If you guys want to help us out financially, with our cost, our operating costs and stuff, we have a Patreon set up, patreon.com, and just do a search for us. It's Bards and Nobles all together. No ampersand. It's actually spelled out so Bards and Nobles. So yeah, just give us a look up if you want to help us out. That'd be great. We'd really appreciate it.
Thank you guys for
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for listening.
Well, we stand here in a row, looking like a bunch of heroes. I know that deep inside, nothing more but a bunch of zeros. Yeah!